Every 4 years, half the planet stops to watch a single sport, the FIFA World Cup. It is a masterclass in strategy, athletic grace, and strict regulations. But what if I told you that this multi-billion-dollar beautiful game actually began as an illegal, bloody street riot? A game so violent that King Edward II literally made it punishable by imprisonment? Welcome to the era of mob football. Originating in medieval England, this wasn't a game for the faint of heart. There were no limits on team sizes. Entire neighboring villages would square off against each other. There were no refs, and crucially, almost no rules. Murder was technically banned, but broken bones, deep lacerations, and dental destruction were just considered a regular Tuesday afternoon. The goal? Transport an inflated pig's bladder to a designated landmark in the rival village, sometimes miles away. But then, the game abruptly vanished. Hidden away in old dark archives is a shocking truth. Football didn't just fade out naturally. It was actively targeted by the most powerful rulers in the world. Why were kings so terrified of a simple game? By 1314, mob football had become such a public nuisance that King Edward II issued a royal proclamation banning it entirely from London, citing the immense noise and chaos it caused. Over the next 3 centuries, British monarchs tried to kill the sport more than 30 times. They feared it distracted men from archery practice, the backbone of military defense. Yet, despite fines, public shaming, and threats of the dungeon, the people refused to stop. The game lived underground. Fast forward to the 1800s. The Industrial Revolution was booming, and football underwent a bizarre mutation. The elite boarding schools of England hijacked this violent peasant game to teach young gentlemen muscular Christianity and discipline. The problem? Every school had its own chaotic rules. Eton allowed hacking down opponents. Rugby allowed carrying the ball. It was impossible to play a fair match. Finally, in 1863, a group of men met at the Freemasons' Tavern in London to draw a line in the sand. They formed the Football Association, creating the first definitive rulebook. This historic split gave birth to modern rugby and what the world now calls association football, or soccer. As British sailors, railway workers, and merchants traveled across the globe, they brought their new standardized rulebook and a leather ball with them. The sport spread like wildfire through Europe, South America, and Africa. It was cheap, easy to learn, and intensely addictive. By 1904, the sport had grown so massive globally that it outgrew its British creators. 7 European nations gathered in Paris to form FIFA. The tension during the 1930 final between bitter rivals Uruguay and Argentina was so high, the referee demanded life insurance before agreeing to step onto the pitch. Argentina insisted on using their own Argentine-made ball. Uruguay demanded a Uruguayan ball. The compromise? Argentina used their ball in the first half and led 2-1. Uruguay used their ball in the second half and roared back to win 4-2. The World Cup was born out of pure theatrical drama, cementing it as an overnight global obsession. The tension during the 1930 final between bitter rivals Uruguay and Argentina was so high, the referee demanded life insurance before agreeing to step onto the pitch. Argentina insisted on using their own Argentine-made ball. Uruguay demanded a Uruguayan ball. The compromise? Argentina used their ball in the first half and led 2-1. Uruguay used their ball in the second half and roared back to win 4-2. The World Cup was born out of pure theatrical drama, cementing it as an overnight global obsession. From the blood-soaked dirt streets of medieval villages to the immaculate billion-dollar arenas of today, football has evolved beyond a mere sport. It is a universal language. The raw, untamed energy of the ancient mob never truly died. It was just channeled into 90 minutes of beautiful, high-stakes athletic drama. But as the World Cup scales to even greater heights, a chilling question looms over the future of the sport. Changes are happening behind closed doors right now that could alter the rules of the game so fundamentally that the football we watch tomorrow might look entirely unrecognizable to us today. What exactly is FIFA planning? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button for more deep history dives, and we'll see you in the next video.